Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and this is My Precious Yarnery. And we're going to do a tutorial on this today. This is about a small, so the chain was 92 plus 2, so the multiples is 3 plus 3. I'll explain all that later. It's about 40 inches. I should have probably made it bigger, maybe 50, even 60, because I like it big inches for myself. And I'll show you how to do this wonderful, I love this stitch. This one I just use. It's kind of like the cross stitch, and it's wonderful. I love it. So for what I used for this, I used yarn. I used anti-pilling acrylic bamboo. No, anti-pilling bamboo, but it has acrylic in it. It's 80% anti-pilling acrylic, 20% from rayon from bamboo, which I'm going to get some more of this because wow, this stuff is very nice. And it's nice. I think it would be nice and airy in the summertime and still keep you warm. It's 131 yards, 120 meters, 100-gram ball. And now for this, I use four complete balls, plus, or skeins, plus this, and I only have made less than half, way less than half. I would probably, for large, need about two more balls, 2 to 3. Yeah. So I didn't put a trim on it like I usually do with my shrugs around here. I liked the way it looked like that, and this one was just simple. And then I put a half double crochet around the cuffs. And they say to use a 6.5 knitting needle or 6.5 hook. I used my M. So I think that's my 8. I used my 8. Yes. My 8. I had to double check. Think, what is an M? So yes, this is your tutorial. I hope you really enjoy it. And everybody have a good day. Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to do this stitch. I got it upside down, of course. And I'm using it for my shrug. You can use it for whatever you would like. It's very easy. I learned this new cross stitch and I just thought I needed to show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little swatch of this, and then I will give you my measurements at the beginning and tell you everything I used for it. So right now we're just going to do this stitch. Now the pattern calls for multiples of 3 plus 2. Now I'm using anti-pilling bamboo. And it's a chunky yarn. There's 131 yards, 120 meters. It's a 100-gram ball, and it's that equal text. It's bulky 5, and they say to use a 6.5 hook or 6.5 knitting needles. I'm using my 8, so my M. Just because that's what I wanted the shrug to be, nice and loose and, drapey. So it's multiples of 3 plus 2. And I'm just going to do a little swatch. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then plus 2, 1, 2. Now I always work in the back loops. It just makes the bottom look really nice and finished. So in your second stitch from the hook, you're going to single crochet. Single crochet in the next loop. Stitch, I should say. So we're going to just single crochet all the way across. Sorry about the outs. If you heard that, motorcycles are going by. Okay. So single crochet all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I'm at the end. One last single crochet. Okay, and then it's just, that's all you got. Nothing fancy for now. Okay, so now I want you to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work. And that's going to count as 1 treble crochet. So in the next one, I want you to wrap your yarn twice. And in this stitch, not this one, I want you to put your hook through, bring back your yarn, wrap your yarn, go through 2. Wrap your yarn, go into the next stitch. Bring back, go through 2, go through another 2, go through another 2, and go through another one. Then I want you to chain 1, wrap your yarn, and then we're going to go into this little hole there, right into there. And bring back your yarn and do a double crochet. And that's how you do that. X. I don't know what they're called. So then I want you to wrap your yarn twice again, skip a stitch, go through the next one, bring your yarn through, wrap your yarn, bring it through 2. Then wrap your yarn. Don't want to fight with the yarn. Wrap your yarn, go through your next stitch, bring your yarn back, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, and another 2, and then single crochet, and then you're going to double crochet in that space there. Okay, let's do it again. Wrap your yarn twice, skip a stitch, go through your next one, bring your yarn back. It's almost like a double crochet here, but you're going to wrap your yarn and only go through 2. And then you're going to wrap your yarn again, go through the next stitch, bring your yarn back, and you're going to wrap your yarn, go through 2, wrap your yarn, go through 2, wrap your yarn, go through another 2, wrap your yarn, go through 2. You do that 4 times altogether. Then you chain 1. Then you're going to do a double crochet in your space there. Then your double crochet. Okay, we'll do it again. Wrap your yarn twice, skip a stitch, go through the 1 stitch, bring back your yarn, go through once, go through the 2, wrap your yarn. Sorry about the phone, guys. Put your yarn through, bring it back, wrap your yarn, go through 2 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to double crochet in there. Okay, so wrap your yarn twice, go through, bring back your yarn. Go through 2, wrap your yarn again, go through your next stitch, wrap your yarn, go through 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's not right. Maybe I should say that properly. Okay, wrap your yarn twice, go through your stitch, bring your yarn back, wrap your yarn, go through 2 loops. Wrap your yarn, put it through the stitch, bring your yarn back, go through 2 loops. Wrap your yarn, go through another 2. Wrap your yarn, go through 2. Wrap your yarn, go through the last 2. And then a chain and then a double crochet in your space there. Okay, so there it is. And then your last stitch, you're going to put a treble crochet. And there you go. So that was the start of the repeat. So it's a row of those X's, chain 1, turn your work, and single crochets all the way across, starting from there. And that hole. So single crochets in that spot, in there, and then I want a single crochet in the top of the X, a single crochet in that space. So you're going to put your single crochets, so one there, one in your space, and then at that stitch, and then in that stitch, in that space, in that stitch, all the way across. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we're at the end of the row. So your last stitch will, for single crochet there, and then you have your treble here. You have to make sure and get one single crochet in there. Then I want you to chain 2, turn your work, and we're going to do extended half double crochets all the way across. So you wrap your yarn, and you're going to go through that first space, put it through, go through 1 loop, wrap your yarn, go through 3. Again, wrap your yarn, put your hook through, bring your hook back, wrap your yarn, go through 1, wrap your yarn, go through all 3. And you're going to do this all the way across. Okay, so let me show you again. Wrap your yarn, put it through your stitch, grab your yarn, bring it through. So you have 3 loops on. Wrap your yarn, go through 1 loop. Then wrap your yarn, go through all 3. Wrap your yarn, go through this next stitch, bring your yarn through, wrap your yarn, go through 1 loop, wrap your yarn, go through all 3. And you're going to do that all the way across. This is one of my favorite stitches. Almost at the end. At the end, you just make sure you get all of it. Okay, so next, chain 1, turn your work, single crochet all the way across. And this is the repeat. All the way, like you do your cross stitch, then you do a row of single crochets, a row of extended half double crochets, and then another row of single crochets. And that's it. And that's how I built that. Okay guys, I will be back when it's all done, and then I can give you all my other measurements, and at the beginning of the video I'll show you everything I used and how many stitches I used, and show you the final product. Okay guys, I'm back. I just want to show you how I fold it and start my sleeves. So this one I have already done. So I made altogether the width of my shrug is about 30 inches. So I'm going to take, it's hard to see, I don't have very much room. Okay, so I'm going to take my corners and I want to match it up to this one. So this one is about 13 inches, but I want to leave 6 inches for, let me just double check that. Yeah, 6 inches to put the sleeve in. So I take my corners, my ends, and I just, can you see that? Sorry about the camera guys, I'm just trying to get it. Okay, so you bring the corners, flop them in, and you make a point. And you want, I want this whole thing to be 13 inches. So it's 14, so you got to bring it out. You just keep playing with it. Okay, so this is approximately 13. So then I get my stitch markers. Now you could do this different. There's no rhyme or reason or whatever, you know, it's crochet. Make it yours, make it fun. Just try to line them up something. Somewhat. Now this is different than the square one. This is a big rectangle. And at the end, I want about 6 inches for my sleeve. So that would be in the middle of this one. So put your last stitch marker there. And that's it. So then you sew sew this right here. And then we're going to work a sleeve in here. I'm just going to put a simple sleeve in. I'll come back and show you. Okay. Okay guys, so I have it all sewn up. As you can see, there's my seam. Now you just sew it up any way you want. I'm not a great sewer and I don't like doing it. So, and then I turn it right side in, and then I start my sleeve right at the seam there. And how I do that is I attach it, a chain one, sorry, and then in the same stitch go in again, and I'm only going to do half double crochets, and I have to count how many times I go around so I can do the other side the same. So there's one, and don't fight, just find a spot where it can go in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so I got 33 across. I usually would write that down, and like a 33 all the way around. Write it down to make sure I get the right at the other side. The other sleeve has to be the same. So then I just go into the top of this stitch and attach it. Slip stitch. Chain 2. I am not turning my work. I'm just going to work all the way around, and I'm going to do half double crochets all the way around, and I'm going to do 5 rows of it. So just 5 rows of half double crochets, and then you sew in your ends, do your other side. You could put a trim around your neckline and like around the opening if you want. I'm not going to do it on this one. Okay, so that's it for me, and I will see you later. Hope you enjoyed your tutorial. Goodbye.